slowly fades away. Another young man's face has turned to grey. It seems that a history repeats itself.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, we have got the famous Cutchy Cash here. If you've not heard of Cutchy, then where have you been for the last 2 or 3 years? The guy became a Facebook sensation. Well, I first seen you, Cutchy, with your song, your cover of Caledonia on the balcony. And then just a bit like social media is now, mate. I just started following you, started listening to some of your songs, and hopefully this interview will give people a wee insight to you as a person, get to know you a wee bit better, and they'll start following you and listening to your brilliant music. What is Cutchy Cash's real name? That's what everybody will be wanting to know. You just stick with Cutchy then?
I'm sticking with Cutchy. That's my nickname, man. Everybody knows me as Cutchy. My dad was Cutchy, my uncle was Cutchy, my granda before him was Cutchy. So the Cutchy thing's always been about. My second name's McCutchison, so comes for that. The Cash thing is just, I love Johnny Cash, I always have. So I love him that much, I stole his name. I always used to say to the boys as I laugh that Johnny Cash was my dad. So that's Cutchy Cash came for that. Plus the CC kind of worked well together. So Cutchy Cash is what it is, mate, and it's just always stuck. So I'll just keep that.
Still
Cheers,
going
John.
to get an exclusive there, but unfortunately not. So it's just Cutchy.
Mate, see, the thing is, I had to change I had a personal Facebook for ages, and then I made my business page or my music page, and both of them were Cutchy Cash. But see, to get my Facebook page verified, I had to change my personal page to my real name, and there's like 5,000 people on that. So there's 5,000 people know my real name. I was like, please don't tell MD. It takes the magic away. So I just go to a normal Facebook and you'll see it.
It's definitely going to come back and haunt you one day, because somebody will figure it out, and it'll be you at the hydro, and then everyone's saying, "Oh, that's that guy."
Aye. There's that guy whose granddad was Cutchy and all.
Aye.
Brilliant.
Right, I'll admit, I didn't know too much about you until Paul kind of told me, and then I started listening to your stuff, and I did really enjoy it. So,
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Just a wee bit of a story. Can you tell us how you got to kind of where you are just now? Where do you see yourself in the future? What's your long-term target?
Well, my long-term, now everything's a wee bit kind of up in the air. I just got married there a couple of weeks ago. I've got my honeymoon coming up in a couple of weeks. So everything's just been put on pause now. So once the honeymoon's over, it's going to get back to it. All systems go, and just keep going and just see where it takes me. Now I just enjoy playing new places, meeting new people and new faces all the time, learning new tunes, writing new tunes. I'd love to play the bigger festivals, like your Transmit, your Glastonbury. Maybe I'm a wee bit too old for that. I don't know. It's a dream, but you never know. Dreams can come true, as they say. That's it. That's the dream. You know what I mean? What the reality is, I'm happy with the reality. I've had my 15 minutes of fame. You know what I mean? I've played King Tut's. I've sold out venues in Glasgow. You know what I mean? So if at the end now, I'd be a happy man. But you obviously want to keep going, man. So I don't know. We'll soon see. We'll see. We'll bring out the new album hopefully next year, and I will see what happens for that.
Oh, brilliant. Moving on from where you see yourself and the now and what you've done.
Yeah.
What I've found listening to you, Cutchy, is that you listen to some artists and their songs all kind of sound the same, and you think, where are they going to go with their next album? And then a big one for me was Mumford & Sons. I thought the first album was brilliant. Second one was a bit samey. Listening to your songs, there is such a broad range of different, you've got the slower ones, there was your famous one. I don't want to be swearing too much on here, but we'll say the Buckfast song, which is one of my favourites.
Cheers, mate.
There was a dance remix of that as well. So how would you describe your style? Are you happy with the broad, or would you want to be focusing on one
No,
Take time.
definitely not. I'm happy that it's broad, because my music taste is broad. Do you know what I mean? On my Spotify, it goes everything from Elton John to Kings of Leon. Johnny Cash obviously is in there. I like pop music. I love country music. Honestly, it's so vast, that the range of different musical genres that I like. So I like to try and put that into my songwriting and all. I was struggling with writing there after the first album for a long time, but you just keep going. I don't know if any of yourselves are songwriters or whatever, or have ever dabbled in that before. No, it's hard, man. It's solid. But it started coming back. I've been listening to a lot of country music, as I said, because my writing style, that's another thing. I tried to change it, which I shouldn't have, because it just wasted a load of time. My writing style, as you would have probably heard, is all about life and life experiences and everything else. So, which is like a real country thing to do. You listen to country music, and they talk about their lifestyle and their families and drinking beer and having barbecues and this sort of thing. I'm not obviously like that. I talk about drinking wine, you know what I mean? But it's a kind of storyteller kind of thing. And that's the thing about with my music. Obviously, in life, as we all do, you have ups and downs in life. That's how some of my songs are kind of down, more kind of slower songs. But then you've got ones like the Bucky song, or you've got This Boy Can Dream, which are more upbeat. So it just shows me as a person. I put my personality into them and all. Some of the new stuff I've written there's a lot of it that's a lot more slow, but there's a couple of quicker paced ones in there. And also, as I say, once we get the honeymoon done and I get back fully focused on the music, back into the studio and get some stuff recorded, because it's been ages. I had a Christmas song out there. God, man, it was only last December, but it feels like ages ago. I brought out my latest single, Only by the Night, just at the start of this year. That feels as if it was a lifetime ago and all. But again, with COVID and everything else, you know what I mean? You feel as if everything's fucking a year ago or 2 years ago, when it's only been 6-7 months ago.
I know.
So, but I'm ready to go, man, to get back into the studio again. I miss all the boys and all. I miss the band, and I still see my producer and that, but I miss the band. I want to get back in and get back into it.
It's good to hear your passion coming through there. You can clearly tell that you're passionate about what you do. And see what you were saying there about like the country stuff, telling a story. Listening to This Boy Can Dream, it's as if, I know it's a song, but in my head, I get pictures of when you're singing about lying in bed at night and then you want to play music, and it paints a picture. And I just think it's brilliant how it comes across, but it's so real. It's got the Scottish element to it, let's be honest, because you use some Scottish slang in your songs, and when I hear that passion, I think it's a lot better than some of I do like some pop songs, but I think a lot of them are just kind of manufactured and made and off the shelf. It seems a bit raw, the stuff that you're doing, which I love personally.
See, interestingly, see your Buckfast song. I played it to my pal last week. We were in the car, we were driving somewhere, quite a long drive, and I just played it, and I says, "What's that song about?" And he didn't have a clue. He just listened to the lyrics for ages, and then I played him the remix version. Like, now what's it about? And he's just like, that's mental. But see, that song is iconic. That's going to be like, see your bits and pieces in the future. That song's going to be iconic. Oh. But I do say, by the way, my
cheers,
mate. As far as
you're talking
about the difference in your songs, telling a story. See, sound effects. That's totally like. I listened to that like 10 times on repeat the other night. So first class.
Well, that's the thing, as I said there, about telling a story. That's maybe why I struggled a wee bit with writing, because I did try and change my writing style. Because a lot of the stuff you hear that's out there and all that, I love music, obviously, but a lot of the stuff you hear out there, I think to myself, I need to start writing like that. See, for my stuff to become more popular and a wee bit more mainstream and getting played in radio, I need to start writing like that. And I was struggling with doing it. But then see, when I went back to writing my own way, it started coming out more. So that's the way I write. I can't change it. I tried and it didn't work. So I need to just stick with that. But just if you think about some of the songs, like sound effects, as you said there, that was actually written about two of my best mates who are hardstyle DJs, and they're called Sound Defects. And me and them used to have good times together. Obviously, we were a bit younger and all that. We're all grown up now and everything else, or grown up, maybe no in here, but and that was a lot of it. There's a lot of phrases in that song that we've spoke about and says to each other when you're maybe having a wee drink and you lean on your pals if you're having a bit of a bad time, and there's a lot of phrases in there that we've says to each other to kind of buck each other up a wee bit. Do you know what I mean? And that's what that song is for them. It's dedicated to them, and the first line in it, we're just boys for the scheme, living the dream. And that was something that my pal says to me one time when he came up, and I was asking him, how's the DJ going? Blah, 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 aye, brilliant. Is that, how's the sign going? I says, aye, brilliant. And he says, aye, we're just boys for the scheme, living the dream. And I was like, bingo. I'm using that. So every time he plays it, they were the ones I sent. I always send my songs out before they go anywhere to my family and all that. See what they think of it. My missus especially. She's my biggest critic. But I sent it to my two mates, the Sound Defects boys, and they absolutely loved it. One of my mates texted me back, he's like, Cutchy, I was in tears there. I'm like, good, but I'm sorry at the same time. But that's it, man. Right for the heart. I think that's the best way to do it, man. Definitely works better for me anyway.
Pupils across Scotland got their exam results. I know some people don't always get what they want in life straight away, but you kind of mentioned earlier on that you kind of just living the dream just now. You're happy. If it does stop, you would be happy. But what advice would you give to pupils who maybe don't quite achieve what they want in school, or who maybe have a bigger dream like yourself?
Well, for me, it's just keep going, man. If you're passionate about something and you love it, keep at it. I mean, I'm 35. This musical journey didn't really start for me till I was 32, 33. Before then, I was just a bedroom guitarist or playing the guitar for my mates at parties and making up daft songs and whatnot. And in the last 3 years, just over 3 years, as I said, I've played King Tut's. I've sold at places in Glasgow. I've headlined local festivals. I've headlined wee newborn festivals in Glasgow, stuff like that. And that all happened in my early 30s, after 30 years of doing nothing with it, carrying on with it. So just keep going. If you're passionate about it and you want to keep doing it. Write songs that you like and all. That's another thing. I was trying to write songs for everybody else and I didn't like them, but I'm like, I'll put it out there just because other people like it. And then I actually heard, it was Noel Gallagher I heard saying that, and I thought, that's bang on, man. So I started writing songs that I liked and that meant something to me, and they're the ones that kicked off. So write stuff that you like, and no matter what anybody else thinks, if you like it and it makes you happy and it's came for your heart, that's what it's all about at the end of the day. So that's my advice. Cutchy Cash said so.
Brilliant. Brilliant. We're going to go through quick fire questions, right? Either or a quick answer. You don't need to explain your answer. Sometimes it's better if you don't, or if you feel the need to explain it, then by all means fire in. So I'll do one, you do the next one. Right, okay. Would you rather cuddle a koala or pal about with a panda?
Cuddle a koala.
Would you rather spend a week in a forest or a night in a haunted house?
A week in a forest.
Would you rather be able to speak any language or be able to communicate with animals?
Speak any language.
What's your guilty pleasure song?
Oh man, I don't even know. I've got that many. Honestly,
I'll hold my hand up, Cutchy. See, for me, one of my favourite guilty pleasures, and I'll leave this in, I won't cut this out so people know, is Heart Alone. I don't know why, I just love that song. The 80s feel, the big key change in the middle. I'm just like, that gets me every time. What's yours?
Honestly, man.
Probably too many.
That's the same as me. That's the way I feel. Something that's popping right into my head is, when me and my brother were younger, he was a big Spice Girls fan. I liked the Spice Girls and all, but I was more of a Hanson man myself. I liked it Bop. And do you know what? See, when I hear Bop, I'm like, that is a tune. So there's my guilty pleasure.
There we go. By the way, there's a great version on YouTube, and I'm now 20, 30.
I've heard it.
Just sitting with the acoustic doing it. It's fantastic.
Right, isn't it?
Aye.
I've heard that myself, and I was like, see, I knew that was a tune all the years.
What's your favourite chippy?
Oh man, that is a no-brainer, man. It's got to be wee Frankie. Wee Frankie Del Greco, the Portavia in Coatbrig. If you've never been to the Portavia in Coatbrig, you are missing out in life. Go down and see wee Frankie, tell you Cutchy sent you, and he won't give you a discount.
Well, I don't think you're welcome down there, mate, because I was talking to him on Friday and he says that he shut the shop a couple of Sundays ago, came up with a suit on up to Bathgate, and the boy at the door told me, wasn't getting into your wedding here, the place shut for a full day invite.
Honestly, man, I don't even want to go and see him now because he's like, when's my invitation coming for the wedding? See, this is how bad it is, right? This is pure dad life and the dad bod coming on. I know Frankie by first name terms, just figuring into that chippy, honestly, on a weekly basis, sometimes twice a week. I got to know wee Frank's a great wee guy, but we also have a bit of banter. And again, he's like, when's my invitation coming for the wedding, Cutchy, and all that, and blah, blah, blah. So I had COVID that I could blame for that kind of thing. I was like, sorry, Frankie, COVID, man, fucking restrictions and numbers and all that, mate. We can't have you there and all that. He's like, you'll have me there. No bar at all. You'll have me there and all that. So I've actually not seen him. I think I have once, to be fair. I think I've been in the chippy once, but he never mentioned anything about that. He just always says to me, how's married life treating you and all that, and then calls me a sucker and some other words like that. So, I love him to death, man. Honestly, just in all seriousness, but it's a great wee chippy. The food's lovely. I go in sometimes. I went in just before the wedding. And it was just me and the boys because my missus was up at her mum's getting ready and all that. The wedding was the next day. And I just nipped in there. I thought, was some to eat quickly in there. As I say, the night before the wedding, I went in. So I get some grub. It's probably taught me 15 quid's worth of grub. I don't know. But, and me, Frankie's like that. I was like, must do. He's like, you're all right, take it, you're on me, you know what I mean, and gave me the stuff for nothing. That's the kind of people you love. So Frankie, if you see this, mate, I love you, and next time I want a discount for giving you a shout out. Cheers.
I found you on TikTok, so obviously here's TikTok. Have you got a favourite TikToker? Somebody you follow?
There's one, I don't know if you've seen it, man, it's... there's a couple of them that are quite funny. I do like that. I like the real crime stories and all that. I like them, but I like the funny ones. I like sports and all. But there's one, and it's an American couple, and I think the lady's Vietnamese, and her name's Moon, and her dad lives with him and all. And her dad can only say a few words in English, and it's just so funny. He says all the same words all the time, and I'm so immature, I find it so funny, man. I says to my missus about it, she's like, what are you even laughing at? But I think it's hilarious. So I think it's called Moon Tell That is the name of the page. So go and check it out. If you think it's funny, you're welcome. If not, welcome to my missus club.
You ever seen the Rap God?
The Rap God and all, baby. He's just hit a million followers the other day there.
If you could have the Rap God make you anything, what would be in it?
Oh man, do you know some? I watched one earlier on the day. He's done so many. He done one the other day, and I think it was for hitting a million followers, and it was a McDonald's. It was on it, and it was like chips and chicken nuggets, and I think he had 2 quarter-pounders on there. Man, the rap was like that.
Don't manage to shut it every time.
I know. I don't know. I want to message him and just say, how do you wrap these things? I can't even wrap a chicken wrap, and he's wrapping full-scale McDonald's.
Sorry to interrupt you, like, but I'm not on TikTok. That's like him saying you're not a 14-year-old real assy trying to shuffle outside. But see, when you said rap, I thought you meant like Eminem, 50 Cent. No. Is it a boy with food?
It's a boy with food.
Size of me. I can get into this, by the way. I'm up for watching that.
You can
check this Rap God out.
And he sticks it. And somehow he's forming shots, right? Well, doesn't quite all the time, but he gets it anyway.
Aye, but he's actually got. I don't know if it's sponsored or whatever it is, but recently he's got sponsored by George Foreman because he puts everything on and he calls it the Jorman. He says, we'll stick that in the Jorman. But recently, since he's been sponsored by George Foreman, we'll stick that in the George Foreman TC600. But no, Rap God official page and all, that's good and all. He done one, I think it was the day I watched it, and it was Nando's stuff, and it was like, I'm sure it was chips and chicken and I can't mind salad and all that, but with the sauce, and it looked banging and all, to be fair. So, but I just like all grub, honestly. So the McDonald's one was a personal favourite of mine, to be fair.
You're already trying to get a freebie off of Frankie. I don't think McDonald's are going to see this.
I want a free George Foreman.
What's your instant reaction when somebody calls you Cutchy?
What gets me, right? Sorry, I'm going to explain this answer if that's all right. So that's why my first album's called Not Cutchy, because I never thought this would be a problem. I thought Cutchy speaks for itself, right? I thought when you see Cutchy, it looks like Cutchy. There's no double O in there. I don't get it, right? But anyway, I started turning up to gigs and all that, and people are going, "Oh, there's Cutchy Cash." And I'm like, is that a hang, or are these people just winding me up? But it turns out that's the way genuinely some people read it, right? Which is fair enough, you know what I mean? So I called the album Not Cutchy, thinking that'll settle that. Did it fuck yeah, it done the opposite, right? So now, I used to just, now the thing that gets me the most is when people come up and go, "Oh, I'm your biggest fan, Cutchy." I go like that. You're clearly not. But you know what? It's all part of the laugh, and it's a bit of an icebreaker, and we can get a laugh with it. So I don't take it serious. Back in the day, I used to go, "How do you get that?" No, but now I don't take it serious. See, as long as people are listening to my tunes, they can call me fucking Davey if they want. I don't care.
Just this last one here then. What's the last show you binge watched? Or current show you binge
Last show
watched?
I binge watched. Oh God. Oh, I can't even remember, man. We just finished it the other night too. I can't even, but my favourite show I binge watched again very recently was the US Office. And see, every time it finishes, I totally miss it. Honestly, I'm thinking just start it back up again. The US Office is the one for me. But I love Top Gear and all. I binge watch that all the time. I've seen them all 100 times and I still go into Amazon Prime and get back on and watch them all. The old ones, the actual Top Gear, are on Netflix and I go and watch them all the time. And also, it's mostly the same old stuff that I watch all the time. But the last one that I binge watched was The Office US.
But for people watching this that maybe don't know who you are and they want to get into you, give us a bit of info, where to find your stuff. I know that you're hopefully getting a tour up soon. I know everything's up in the air, but give us a wee bit of details to that. Basically, there's a free, you've gave Frankie McDonald's and George Foreman a plug. Give yourself a free plug here, mate.
Sorted, man. Well, first of all, thank you to you two for having me on. I really do appreciate it, man. So, I'm Cutchy Cash. The name will be in the title. You can find me on all the socials, Facebook, Instagram. You know them all. That's where you can find me. I've got live stuff on there. I've got links and everything else to everything that I do. If you want to listen to my own stuff, it's on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon. I'm on YouTube as well. You can go and listen to it everywhere. Anywhere that you want to stream music, you'll find me there. There's an album out there. There's a remix of one of my songs. I've done some new stuff with a band and stuff like that. There's a Christmas song on there. But that's where you can find me. So next year, as the fans will know and people who have been tuning in, I still hate saying that I've got fans. I love you to death, but I feel pure big-headed saying that. But I love you to death. But next year, I'm going to be getting back. Well, this year, I'm going to be getting back into the studio, recording some stuff that I've written. Getting an album together, getting everything all organised for the start of next year. I'm going to keep gigging this year, just keep doing pub gigs and different wee things that are coming up. I'm playing Inverness in a place called the Botanic House. I'm playing Harley's in Air coming up later on this year. I'm back down to Port Glasgow this weekend, which was the Caledonian Bar. The last time I played it was absolutely amazing, man. So, and there was restrictions. There's no restrictions now, so I expect it to be absolutely banging. So plenty coming up this year. New music and album next year. And I'm going to hopefully tour that as well. So I'm going to go all over Scotland with it. Hopefully I can get up as far as Aberdeen, down as far as Dumfries, everywhere east to west, from Edinburgh to Ayrshire, and everywhere in between, man. So hopefully I can catch some of these and meet some new people and see some old faces and all. But plenty coming up, man. So watch this space. And thanks for bearing with me while I went and made a man of myself to all the fans out there, because I took a wee sabbatical, if you like. I took some time off. So I'm starting to get back into it. So thank you to the troops. I love you to death. And I'll see you all very soon, hopefully, man.
Brilliant.
This guy doesn't sleep that much at night, and he's a nice guy trying to live his life in a way that's right. But as he lays there, his mind just races away. But he knows it's okay, he knows it's okay. And as the hours pass, he ponders all the things that could be. But is he mixed up, or is thoughts just a fantasy? He hope he wakes up and it's become a reality. But he buys his time, sits back, 'cause what will be, will be. 'Cause this boy can dream, and this boy can dream. His mind paints a picture, his head sets the scene. This boy can dream, and this boy can dream. All he wants to do is play songs for you if his dream comes true. Well, he might not be the sharpest tool in the shed, and he may not always wear his sensible head. But he knows at night, when he lies awake in his bed, that this fantasy could become a reality instead. But this boy can dream, and this boy can dream. His mind paints a picture, his head sets the scene. This boy can dream, and this boy can dream. All he wants to do is play songs for you if his dream comes true. And right now, he knows he has everything, an abundance of love that can make him fly without any wings. Is it selfish or greedy to want just one more thing? To play his guitar for the people, make him smile and make them sing. But this boy can dream, and this boy can dream. His mind paints a picture, his head sets the scene. This boy can dream, and this boy can dream. All he wants to do is play songs for you if his dream comes true. All he wants to do is play songs for you if his dream comes true. Ha ha ha.